Good morning. Welcome to your Wednesday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, here with some words of wisdom for your day. No makeup today because it's colonoscopy day and they don't let you wear makeup. Feel kind of naked here. So, hope you're all having a good start to your day. Oh, the heat just kicked on. It's cold here in the 30s. So I have my little humidifier going to try to compensate for the dry heat, and all is well. All is well. So let's take some nice deep belly breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Next one a little deeper, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And one more, deeper yet, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just settling in, just wiggling a little bit, kind of shake off the night, see if you can get some of the kinks out of your shoulders and stuff. Just being fully present in this moment for the message today, which comes from the Earth Magic deck by Stephen Farmer. Good morning, Abigail. You're the first one to pop on this morning. Glad you're here. Earth Magic, Stephen Farmer. We've had this deck quite a bit recently. I'll move it a little closer so you can see Mother Earth with all of her critters. So thank you for the sunrise. I appreciate it. So our card for today, I don't think I've ever pulled this card. I've seen it in the deck, but I don't think I've ever pulled it before. But apropos of our times, welcome to whomever else just popped on. Lucy. Good morning, Lucy. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. So actually, I want to show you the back of the card again, because I just think this is such a cool image. As above, so below. Good morning, Carolyn. Glad you're here. Welcome. And we've got the beautiful tree on the top with the rays of sun behind it. No rays here yet. We'll get there. And the roots. The roots. Good morning, Pat. Welcome. Glad you are here. Awesome for everybody popping on. And I think I said hi to 4 of you and my number only says 3. Whatever. Facebook can't quite count, I guess. So our card for today is childhood innocence. Good morning, Janine. Welcome. Childhood innocence. And we'll move a little closer so you can see the kids walking along, the sunbeams kind of shining down. And notice in the back, it's kind of dark back there. So we're going to talk about all of that. So nice deep breath. And out. Opening yourself to this message and whatever part of this message is here for you. So the light from the heavens falls upon the children through the rays of the sun that illuminate their presence like a spotlight. The little girl reaches out to these bright beams, and these elements together portray an idyllic childhood activity for many of us who've had the privilege of exploring, hang on, I have to turn my page, the natural world. Now, when I read to that point, I was kind of like, oh, here we go, all fluff and not the reality of what many kids are dealing with today. But we get there. The blanket of lush meadowgrass embraces a small pond which leads to a more distant valley, one that is darker and shrouded in the very clouds that also produce this remarkable play of light. So move a little closer, you can see off in the background, it's kind of dark. In their exploration of the world, it's inevitable that these children will at some point lose their original innocence. It doesn't have to be a permanent loss, however. We don't need to live in constant fear in anticipation of such an event, nor do we have to reconcile the loss of that state of purity by constantly romanticizing the past and missing out on the present. I thought that was an important line. When we spend too much time dwelling in the past, either romanticizing it or horrifying it, we're not paying attention to the present. And the past really is merely to inform the present, not to keep us trapped there, okay? The wisdom and faith we've accrued from our life experiences are keys to recapturing that state of innocence. The light that will guide us through any dark passage is the light of spirit from within that connects us with Source, capital S. Finding our innocence once again, we become aware that it was never lost, just forgotten. Good morning, Deb. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. So here's the other part where it's talking directly to us. Hang on, I got to take a drink here. Thank you for the heart and rainbows, Carolyn. I appreciate it. Awesome, awesome. Innocence is not simply the lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself, one that you naturally possess when you first come into this existence. There are challenges you have faced throughout life that have further shaped your personality and character. You have also likely encountered moments following a disappointment or loss when you turned sour or cynical. And I read something yesterday, and I was looking for the reference to it in my emails. I'm sure I read it in an email, but I may have deleted it already. But the idea was that cynicism is a very shallow kind of a feeling. It's the knee-jerk reaction to something having happened. It's not that deep wisdom that can come from things that have happened. So I thought that was an interesting point. So I'm going to read that sentence again. You have also likely encountered moments following a disappointment or loss when you turned sour or cynical, and no doubt have had times when layers of anger or fear blocked the flow of your vitality, your life force. So I was talking, good morning, Cindy, glad you're here. Good morning to the others who popped past while I was reading. I was talking to one of my accountability buddies, Kayleen, yesterday, and we were talking about this kind of a thing, that how many people right now are very cynical and very down and very why bother, etc. And so she has an activity that she's used with her coaching clients that I thought was a wonderful activity and perfect for this time of year. It's a gratitude activity. So it's the alphabet of gratitude. So you go through the entire alphabet and come up with at least one thing for each letter that you're grateful for. There's your homework. All right. Yet, in the spirit of all this, in spite of all this, there's a core of innocence that you can reawaken by releasing any shame that has covered over the truth of who you are. Take any opportunity to heal this shame and let it go so you can revisit that state of purity. Doing so helps you see every moment with fresh eyes and removes the filters that inhibit your light and love from coming forth. You truly are a child of God, so allow yourself to be that. Allow yourself to be that. Yes, the alphabet of gratitude. I thought that was a great idea. So I'd love to have some of you post your alphabets of gratitude in our feed. That would be awesome. I'm going to be a little preoccupied today with colonoscopy, but I'd love to read them later and see what everybody picked. So here's our card again. Childhood innocence. And again, those light beams are shining. Even though the clouds are there, the light beams are shining. We get to choose whether we pay attention to the clouds or we pay attention to the light. And again, as it said in here, the light that will guide us through any dark passage is the light of spirit from within that connects us with Source, capital S. All right? So we are the light. We are the light. We receive the light, we move the light through, and we are the light. So what are you putting forth, right? So, and I like that idea too, that innocence is not simply the lack of guilt or shame, but a quality in itself, one that you naturally possess. And haven't we all met those people who have had some pretty difficult things happen in their life, and they're still coming from that place of innocence and faith and trust and positivity, etc. And they're not being short-sighted there. They're choosing what they're going to look at. They're choosing what they're going to allow to resonate for them. So what are you choosing to allow in? What story are you telling yourself? What story are you telling yourself? And could you tweak that story slightly to put yourself in that more positive state? So when I was talking to Kayleen yesterday, she was talking about doing that alphabet of gratitude for herself, given that things are getting gloomier, she doesn't like cold weather, etc., etc. But this being an opportunity to create some balance with those things that are difficult right now for her by bringing in the things that she has that are positive and wonderful and supportive, etc. So, again, that's your mission today, should you choose to accept it, is writing out your alphabet of gratitude list. Everything from A to Z. In some letters, maybe you have 3 or 4 things. You know, there could be quite a few that some of those letters will instill. Let's see what you get. Let's see what you get. So, have an awesome Wednesday. We'll see you again tomorrow morning. I'm not sure If I'll already be down in Sun Prairie or if I'll be here, we'll see. But have an awesome Wednesday. And remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are, including an alphabet of gratitude. Go!